Today I'm bringing you a bit of a different type of video. I wanted to talk about an extension that I use on my browser. I know, like crazy, right? So have you ever heard of Library Extension? It's actually a tool. It's an extension that you add to your browser, and you can connect to your library's catalog if you are browsing certain sites like Amazon or Goodreads, and it'll tell you whether or not your library has that book. Now, I've been using Library Extension for many years. I don't remember when it was developed, but probably I've been using it since then. And it's just such a great tool for me because I do not like to purchase too many books. I do have quite a collection of my own personal books, but if I bought all the books that I read, it would be crazy. I think I would fill a house in a year. So, so I use Library Extension a lot in order to see if that book is available at my library. And what's great about it is, one, if you have multiple library cards, it will show you all of those libraries. And two, you can also connect it to Hoopla if your library has Hoopla. And Hoopla is another service where you can borrow ebooks and audiobooks from your library's catalog. I know, mostly because I oversee it, I know that my library has both Overdrive and Hoopla. And so I love to utilize those features if I can. And the best way to make sure that these are there, instead of me just randomly searching those individual apps, is to have Library Extension when I'm browsing. So today I'll just show you like how to add the extension. I know a lot of people probably don't even need to see this, but just in case you need help, it's here. This is the kind of person that I am. I like to do stuff like this and help people to discover new things. So I will be going over how to install the app. I did uninstall it just so that I could install it for this video. And then like just show what it looks like when you have this extension on there and you are looking at books from sources. And it does work with more sites than just Amazon and Goodreads. A lot of sites, I think Barnes & Noble, it works. And then a lot of just other booksellers, it will work as well. It'll detect that this is the book and that, hey, you can get this now at your library. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to go right into Chrome. This is the one that I use. I think it's also available on Firefox, but I will be using Chrome because that is the browser that I use. So I'm just going to open Chrome. I'm going to go to Extensions, Manage Extensions. I'm going to go over here to the hamburger menu. I'm going to open the Chrome Web Store and I'm going to search Library Extension. And then the beautiful Library Extension will appear here. You can also get it from their website, which is just www.libraryextension.com. I'm going to click here and I'm going to say add to Chrome. It's going to ask you, because it can read and change all your data on the websites you visit. It's fine. I just go ahead and add extension. And then it installs. It takes you to their page and you can stay up to date if you want to. I don't think I've ever clicked there. And it will say specifically start browsing on Amazon or Goodreads. It will tell you it for certain does work on other websites as well. But I probably mostly use it from Goodreads or occasionally on Amazon if I'm thinking about buying a book. It sort of deters me at times and is like, you could just enjoy it right now from your library. So I will click into Goodreads and just show you what it looks like. Here is my Goodreads page. If I wanted to find out more about one of these books, I'll just click into it so I can show how it displays. So if I scroll down past the description, here's where the extension will want to work, but I have to update the extension first. So I need to go into Library Extension, and it will have you choose your state. And then you can choose your library or library system, depending on how yours works. Mine is a library system, so I'll be using that one first. I do actually have a card with the New York Public Library and to a neighboring library system. I will not add those on there at this time, but it's super, super simple. You just pick the library and it's going to search those catalogs. I also always add Hoopla. And then I will just say close for now. So now I think if I refresh this page, it is going to be checking the catalogs for me. So if I scroll down, now in the case of this book, I think because it's not released yet, oh no, it is released. It's not available. So let me see if I can find one that I know is available. I know, let's do a book that I have finished. So I just did a search for Lock Every Door. So now if I scroll down, I know that there is a copy available in the system, and it's also available as an audiobook and an ebook. And should I want the audiobook, I just have to click on the borrow. It'll take me out to my library's Overdrive catalog, and then I just have to click borrow. I'm not going to because I've already finished this book. But it's just super, super simple. In the case of the actual hard copy books, it'll take me out to the catalog and I can add a hold on the book there. And then go pick up my book when it's ready. It's a super, super simple extension that I don't know if a lot of people take advantage of because they might not be library power users. I am a library power user as well as being a librarian. So this is one of the things that I would point out to people that, hey, you can use this extension and you can see what's available at our catalog. Like if you're really into that book, you can know whether or not we have it. And if we don't have it, you can request that book and we will try to purchase it. It's a great money saver to have this because as much as I love books and physical books and owning them, I do not have space. Space is limited. So when I choose to keep a book or purchase that book, it's going to be one that I am more devoted to. Now, there have been times where I've purchased a book and then I donate it to the library. But for the most part, it is, it's, if I buy it, it's going to be something that I have already read and I'm already invested in, or an author that I'm invested in and I want to own their set of books. I rarely have just the books that I read. I do not buy the majority of them simply because it would cost too much money. I get through a lot of books a year, and that would, I don't have the budget for that. People who do, I admire you. I do not have the budget for that. I have to make sure that I only purchase what I really love and not just anything. And so library extension is one way to help me be targeted about my buying. If I know that it's available right now, especially digitally, I am more likely to check that out and read it and return it than I am to go and needlessly spend funds that I don't have to spend. And so I would encourage you that if you have not tried library extension, if you've not tried your library, to go and do that. Visit your local library if you can. Right now, it might depend on where you're living. Contact your local library. And get your library card and then connect library extension. Actually, even if you do not have your library card yet, if you just want to know more about what your library has in its collection, you can connect to the library extension to your library, see if they have it available. And if enough books that you're interested in they have, then why don't you have a library card? Go and get it. They obviously have what you want to read. I would just encourage people to do that. These are great resources that are available throughout the country, and more people should be utilizing them, especially if you're passionate about books. You can save a lot of money. You can get access to more books than you would normally think, including that sometimes it gives us the freedom to try other genres because, I mean, at least in my opinion and for me, I am more likely to invest in books that I know I'm going to like. So that's going to be manga, that's going to be fantasy, you know, and then occasionally throwing in like contemporary romance and YA and things like that. But honestly, if I have access to the books with my library card, I'm more likely to try that thriller that everybody's talking about or that mystery that everybody's talking about. Because I know I don't have to spend the funds on that. I can just try the book, and if I don't like it, I don't feel guilty. Like I can just give up on it, or I can just say, well, at least I didn't spend money on it. And I just think that's so valued. So please give Library Extension a try. Give your library a try. They're going to be happy to see you. Probably more than happy. We love getting to see people and interact with them, and also kind of recommend books to you. At least for me, that's what I have a passion for. So, but here I am here doing it, and I'm not even getting paid for it. So we are very passionate people about the things that we love. And yeah, you never know who you're going to meet or what you're going to enjoy at the library. So go and try it. It's a great place. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below in the comments and I will answer them or try to answer them to the best of my ability. I do have a vast array of knowledge, so I will try to answer any questions that you have. That's it for this video. I will see you next time. Bye.